Doctor Who Fugitive of the Judoon, the 5th episode of Series 12, is written by Vinay Patel and Chris Chibnall and starring Jodie Whittaker, Bradley Walsh, Mandip Gill and Tosin Cole. So this episode makes a debut of Jo Martin as the Fugitive Doctor, the unknown incarnation, as of time recording. John Barrowman makes a return as Captain Jack Harkness since Doctor Who The End of Time and Torture at Miracle Day, The Bloodline, and reintroducing the Judoon as they've announced it before the episode's release. As the episode came out 26th of January 2020, the Daily Telegraph said the BBC had withheld press previews of the episode until only a few hours before it has to release, indicating that there were significant revelations and surprises within the episode, which they did not want to have spoiled. Russell T Davies gets credited for creating Captain Jack and the Judoon, which is awesome. I love the opening scene with the clock ticking, and there's Ruth in her flat eating toast, and Lee seems like he's in a hangover. So Ruth goes down to Gloucestershire Cathedral working as a tour guide, and yes, they did film Harry Potter there. Michael Begley plays Alan, works in a coffee shop, who tries to get Ruth to leave her husband Lee so he can get with her. He's pretty funny. So Judoon lands in Gloucestershire, which scared Ruth and killed the poor old lady, after zapping off her knitting. So after the Doctor wanted to find the Master, for what he did to Gallifrey, the TARDIS team arrived as the Judoon are trigger-happy police and have no jurisdiction on Earth. The bit where Lee said, humans, after when he got given the cake with the icing that reads, you can do better, it makes you think that it could be him as the fugitive. So after Lee left, Graham teleported away and the Doctor with Ryan and Yaz left the shop. Judoon came in, Alan shows Judoon the files of Lee, but of course he gets executed for assaulting the Judoon. As Graham appears on the spaceship, you can hear a familiar voice in the comm, and Captain Jack appears.
You can get excited now. You missed me, right?
That got everyone really happy, including myself. Something like this. John Barrowman looked pretty well for his age.
I know, right?
And the fact that he returned about a decade later, plus when he said, you missed me, right? It felt like he was talking to us, the audience. I love it. And it's funny when he mistakes Graham as the Doctor and kissed him. Meanwhile, the Judoon are about to blow the flat up with temporal isolator. So the Doctor, Ryan and Yaz came by to put the stop to it and go up to the flat to confront Ruth and Lee as they're packing. Lee had a silver box in the room. Ruth has never seen it. They have no idea what's going on, but eventually the Doctor got Lee turned to the Judoon, while Ryan and Yaz teleport to the ship that Captain Jack and Graham are on. And of course Jack learns that the Doctor is a woman, after when Graham was like, not he, she. And plus it turns out that Lee is not a fugitive, but Gat ordered him to be executed however, so Judoon killed him. Then they found the Doctor and Ruth in Cathedral. It turns out that Ruth is a fugitive. She's pretty badass when she kicks the crap out of the Judoon and rip off the horn. Looked pretty painful. So Judoon teleported away. The Doctor discovers the text from Lee on Ruth's phone, saying follow the light and break the glass. Neil Stuke plays Lee Clayton, who's Ruth's husband and protector, and apparently the character's species is not revealed. However, he's not from Earth the way he said humans, and he reveals the same training as Gat. The actor did a great job. I love the brought back of Nana Jeans as they once appeared in Series 1, The Empty Child and The Doctor Dances. Before Captain Jack teleported away, he tells the Doctor's companions to let the Doctor know about the lone Cyberman. Don't let it have what it wants at all costs. That got me so excited, as the Cybermen are my favourite Doctor Who monsters. As the Doctor and Ruth arrived at the lighthouse, the crazy scene is where the Doctor digs out the TARDIS. Ruth broke the glass, changed her clothes, carrying a gun, and claiming that the TARDIS is her ship, and that she is the Doctor.
Let me take it from the top. Hello, I'm the Doctor.
I was not expecting it. Jo Martin absolutely nails it as the Fugitive Doctor. As of time of recording, we don't know which incarnation of the Doctor she is. She's just known as the Fugitive Doctor, the Ruth Doctor if you like it, who worked for the Division on behalf of Gallifrey. She became the Fugitive and turned herself human, called Ruth Clayton, and rewrites her biology. It's so great that she's getting a Big Finish audio series, so either that she comes back on screen, or audio series where we'll explain where her incarnation fits in, considering her TARDIS is the police box, and William Hartnell was like, why is it still a police box? How very disturbing. And doesn't even know what Sonic Screwdriver is. Some say she's pre-Hartnell, some say she's between Patrick Troughton and John Pertwee, or the 14th Doctor. My guess she could be the Valiant, or possibly the Rani. And of course Joe Martin is a fan of Doctor Who and grew up watching Tom Baker, and always wanted a part so both Doctors went inside the Fugitive Doctor's TARDIS. I love the look of it, pretty similar to William Hartnell's. So they confronted Gat. Paul Casey plays Paul Condon, the Judoon captain hired by Gat, who's in charge of capturing the fugitive, and she's voiced by Nick Briggs. Absolutely brilliant. I may need to mention this, Paul Condon is a tribute of a Doctor Who fan and Chris Chibnall's friend, Paul Condon, who sadly passed away on 10th of May 2019, which is really nice that he did that. The design is brilliant, a nice callback from Smith & Jones. Seegan Akinola music score is awesome, brilliant fitting. As the Doctor reveals herself, ignoring Fugitive Doctor's advice to keep quiet, Gat reveals to be a Time Lord working for the Division. Rita Aria is great as Gat. After the gun shot from the back and hit Gat, similar thing happened in Class TV series. The Doctors got away. Fugitive Doctor drops the 13th Doctor back on Earth. She reunites with her companions and gets a message from Captain Jack about the lone Cyberman. She suspects that something is coming for her, and I love the bit where her companions are stopping the Doctor from pushing them away, and that they never leave her side. You know, like a family. Jodie Whittaker is fantastic as the 13th Doctor. She really pulls it off. This is a brilliant episode. I would say that is my favourite Series 12 episode. I do get a bit of Russell T Davies era and the Sarah Jane Adventures vibes here. What did you think of The Fugitive of the Judoon? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.